Today we will get to start solving the problem that we have at hand. Who gets a bonus? So we left off here last time. We were just playing around with Tableau. I hope you had a chance to explore further the different buttons and tools that Tableau has to offer, because the more you play around with it, the better you get at it. And it happens very quickly because Tableau is very, very intuitive. And that's just, we're talking just about the navigation. So you know basically where to look for what. Right now, I'll show you another cool feature is clear the dashboard. So we don't want any of this. And so there's a button over here, the red one, clear sheet. And so we're just going to click that and voila, everything's gone. By the way, if you're using the Mac or a MacBook, some of these layouts might be a bit different. So just kind of follow along and you will be able to find where they are, but just bear in mind that they might not be in the same exact place as I'm showing. Okay, so let's start answering the question. We already know that we can create bar charts. Let's create a bar chart for the representatives and see what they've sold. So we want representatives to be kind of in the columns. So there they are, our salespeople. And let's see how many units each one of these representatives has sold. There we go. So we can see that Richard has sold the most units, which is great. And how about we now break it down by region? So we know that we have 3 bonuses, one for every single one for the best representative in each region. And like this, we can't really tell who's the best in each of the regions. We can just tell who's the best overall. So what we're going to do is we're going to take region, and we're going to drag it into columns, but we're going to put it before representative. So as you can see, I'm doing here, and I'm just going to let go. And what does that do? Well, it gives us a kind of another level on top of our representatives. So first, the chart is broken down by regions. So that you can see that here. So I'm just going to make this a bit smaller so I can zoom in. So here you can see that the chart is broken down central, east, and west. And then inside every region is broken down into by representative. And so that way we can easily tell who's the best in sales in each of the regions. So here it's Alex, here it's Richard, here's James. And so now I'll show you another cool feature. You can order these bars by their size. So if you see this little button here, so when you come roll over the axis, this little button here. So if you click that, automatically they're sorted by size. So you can see how it drops off. And you'd think that this answers our question, but in reality, no, it doesn't, because units is actually the number of items that has been sold. But as we know, our representatives are actually measured based on the dollar value of their sales. And so we need to find out the dollar value. But as you can see here, there's no actual dollar value, total dollar value of sales. We know that, and it's really easy to find it or to see that, because all of our numbers are kept in measures, so we don't even have to look here. We can see here that we only have units and we only have unit price. And we have some of these other fields, which we will talk about further down in the course. But like the ones from our data are units and unit price. There's no total dollar value. And that means that we have to create that total dollar value. How do we do that? Well, it's quite easy. You just have to multiply the number of units the representative had sold by the total unit price for those units. So if I click our data here, I go to view data, you can see here that when, for instance, Nick sold binders, he sold 29 binders at the price of $1.99 each. So the total revenue from that sale would be 29 times $1.99, making it somewhere around $58 for that sale. So we need to calculate that multiplied value, and apparently it's not present in our database or in our data set. So let's go ahead and do this in Tableau. And this is where we talk about creating calculated fields. So all you have to do is right click on measures, create calculated field, and we'll call it total sales. And here we will take unit price or units, and we will multiply units by unit price. We'll click OK. So now we have a total sales value. And as you can see, there's a little equal sign before the hashtag. That means it's a calculated field. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take total sales and we will drag it onto our chart to replace the units. So I'll just drag it exactly on top. And as you can see, Tableau picks it up and aggregates it just as it did with units. The other way to do it is you can take this one off, remove it, and then take total sales and put it on where you need it to be. And so now we have sum total sales. And now if we order by this value, you will see that we have a different picture. Now Richard is no longer the best seller overall. Susan beat him in the East region. Matthew is the best in the Central region. And James is still the best in the West region. So now we know who has deserved the bonus. It's Matthew, Susan, and James. And that was an example of how to create a calculated field in Tableau. Hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you next time when we will be talking about colors. Until then, happy analyzing.